Here's chapter one of my book, which is on Amazon KDP, Archie's Travels. The first blow was a surprise, and then he got used to it. It was the first of many. He was led into his kennel by the scruff of his collar. His leg was hurting with the blows, and his coat was matted and filthy. The kennel was old with holes in the roof, but at least he could be alone. He was thrown onto the threadbare carpet, and then his master marched off into the night. Archie looked down and he saw his collar on the floor. Archie read it and he lay his tired and bedraggled head on his paw and he fell asleep from exhaustion. When he woke up, he was hungry and thirsty. Rain was falling through the kennel and onto his dirty and matted coat. He licked his injured paw and he wondered what the day would provide. He didn't have long as he heard the splash splash of his master's boots, and he was grabbed by the fur and led out of the kennel and onto the muddy wet grass. "I've had enough of you," his master said. "I've someone you need to meet," he said as he shouted. A small skinny man with unkempt black curly hair was waiting by a car in a black coat, looking almost like a detective. "Heel," his master said, and he sat down in the rain, wondering what was happening, and his master held his hand out as the man counted the money into his palm. The master smiled a rare smile, and Archie found himself being pulled into the back of the car. "I'm going away," he thought, as the engine began, and his master drifted off into the distance without a smile or a wave. The journey seemed to go on forever, and Archie found himself drifting off to sleep. And when he woke, they were coming to a stop, and he could hear strange sounds in the distance. But little did he know it, but they were pulling up to a farm, and the geese and the chickens were running, and the smell of the countryside was in the air.